Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Ratchet Clank, going Commando. Previously, we wrapped up our time on Planet Barlow by competing in the hoverbike races. In addition to that, not only did we acquire coordinates to our next location, but we also got some weapons back that were from Gadgetron. Unfortunately, they're not as handy now as they were back in the first game, but they're still neat novelty items to have if you happen to have save data from the first game to carry over into the sequel. Today, we're gonna bid farewell to Planet Barlow and head to the Thug for Less rendezvous point in the Feltzin System. After we saw that entertaining movie when we got the coordinates to this, I can't wait to see how things turn out. Seriously, the cutscene that we got the coordinates for this rendezvous point, it was pretty hilarious. A lot more than I expected when I saw this my first time.
We are under attack. Can't outrun them. Let's hope these weapons work.
Unfortunately, it's gonna be no laughing matter here. We just got ourselves assaulted by the Thugs for Less ships. So we gotta destroy them all and disrupt their rendezvous. So remember when we got attacked before reaching Bactar? Yep, it's kinda happening again here. But this time, we're in a location that this is not gonna be the only challenge that we'll get for competing in these, well, I guess competing would be a loose term, participating in these dogfight ships now. The first one is gonna be the same thing as before, just take on the Thugs for ships and blast them all away. You can also blast away those icy debris over here, like this big piece in the background. And sometimes they'll give you power-ups. They can range from full shield or just partial shield for your health to rare titanium, more or less. You can also get rare titanium by blasting away the bad guys, as well as ammunition for your missiles, depending on if you're running low or not, as well as shield for your health again. I don't think I demonstrated this, but the ship also has its own weapon wheel of sorts, as I just demonstrated. And you can see we also get partial shield as well. Doesn't really matter much since these guys aren't nothing to stress over too much, but getting rare titanium is pretty dang handy too. Again, we'll see what the point is for rare titanium later on. It won't be unlocked for quite a bit longer if I have to give it an estimate. But the purpose to use the rare titanium shouldn't be that much farther off. I think we might be able to get the location on how to use the rare titanium after we beat the level after this one. I might be off on that. It's the last guy. And he's gone. Well, we can see it says wave 1, so we're not done yet. And right on cue, here comes the Hornet's Nest again. Oh, better be careful. Don't want to crash into anything either, because that does result in instant death, thus making you have to restart the challenge all over again. So don't do that. Be sure to be careful where you're going. You won't respawn like you do in the hoverbike races. But it's just more of the same variety. Those smaller agile ships and those big bulkier ones aren't gonna be your worries here. Again, if you ever need the chance to use your missile, just wait for the lock-on to kick in after a bit, and then fire away. They're much more handy against the blue ships than they are with the smaller green ones. But you should not have a problem dealing with all these guys to begin with. They're not that hard to go through. You can see we already down half of their little armada, so to speak. So it's just best for them to come to you as for you to have to chase them. There really is no reason for you to chase them at all. They'll aggro on you non-stop, it feels like. So it does pay for them to come to you, so you can just blast them away. I did remember at one point when I was doing one of these missions off my scrap recording of this level, after I did a lock-on missile attack to one of these guys, I saw the missile just freak out and go around the target instead of just blasting it in like a straightaway path. I've never seen that happen before.
Oh yeah, I've got mad skills. Mad skill. Yeah, a difficult challenge, but one that a trained commando.
Hold on. I'm intercepting a transmission.
For the 5th time, I have a collect call to Thugs for Less from a Mr. You Are Gonna Die. Will you accept the charges?
You are gonna die.
I'll take that as a yes. Thank you.
You idiot.
Uh-oh.
I'm paying top dollar for your protection, and your moron employees are off at some picnic.
Hey, that was a bonding exercise.
Enough! I'm at the pickup point now. If your men aren't here pronto, you can kiss this contract goodbye.
Oh yeah? Well, you can kiss your, you know what I mean. Dang it.
Did you trace that?
Coordinates locked in. We are headed there now.
And I'm pretty sure I still have the footage of that rocket going all willy-nilly. It was really amusing to see. Never happened before in all my years of playing this game, so I have no idea why I decided to act up that time around. Well anyways, we did complete our mission here, got coordinates to our next location, the Canal City on planet Notak. But, like with the hoverbike races, and the arena battles from Maktar, we can compete in more challenges in these spaceship dogfights to get more cash prizes. Like this one for instance, destroyed 30 space wasps in 2 minutes. They've invaded this sector of space, so we gotta take them out before they leave. I remember on my scrap playthrough that these guys can be pretty tough. And they won't aggro to you that much, unless you do that. But just be sure to boost it to get near them, and then fire away as much as you can. 2 minutes can blast by before you even realize it. And if you have a chance to use your missiles, then go ahead and use one. And don't mistime it like I just did. Otherwise you're gonna be wasting precious ammunition. I'll admit though, the reason why I did fail this minigame on my scrapped recording was because I wasn't paying attention that much. Because it was a long time before I ended up failing this mission again. It wasn't the first time that I did fail this challenge, but it was the first time in so many years because I usually am capable of blasting these guys away without even realizing I'm low on time. So the fact that I did fail this objective by not giving this enemy herd that much attention was really surprising to me. It's not like these guys are weak to begin with. I mean, they're kinda sturdy, but not much. You can blast them away with just 3 shots from your regular blaster. Alright, just come over to me. That's the best way to handle this. Pull that guy away. Pull those 2 away. Okay, where's the last one? It's somewhere near me. There you are. Yeah, that's it. Go on straight away. And there we go. Less than 16 seconds to spare. Nothing to sneeze at. Just be sure to pay attention. Unlike what I did in my scrap recording. So all we can do, there's a lot more we can go over in this map. Like fight the ace thug ships. Only the thugs' best pilots remain. Take out the race pilots. Now these guys, on the other hand, there might be no time limit attached to them, but I remember that they're all pretty strong to deal with, both in strength and in durability. This might be one mission you have to wait till later to come back to if you want to complete this one, but I've been able to take on these guys in the past without needing to wait for later on in the playthrough to deal with them. It just takes a little bit for them to be annihilated in your current state with your spaceship. Which I don't think I've actually mentioned the name of our ship. It's called the Star Explorer. I just thought it was worth mentioning because it never gets mentioned by name in this game at all. So the fact it doesn't have a name at all is pretty cool. Unlike the last time where the various ships we did use back in Ratchet 1, I don't think either or any of them had names to begin with. They're just generic ships that Ratchet used to fly around the Solana Galaxy. These guys are pretty sturdy, like I said. They can take up to at least 3 of your homing missiles to eliminate, and that's just on one of them alone, and you only have 10 of your missiles to utilize. So it's just best be patient, blast them with your regular blaster whenever they're close to you, and just use the same strat as you did with the Thugs for Less ships back on the first challenge. Wait for them to come to you, barrel all the way as much as you can, while pot-shotting their health away. And you can see we already have one enemy ship left. This one, I haven't been paying attention to that much. I've just been rambling on because I know how tough these guys can be. And there he goes. Yep, there he goes. I had a feeling he was weak. That, I'm gonna be honest, that might have been the easiest run I ever had with this challenge. I usually don't give these guys a time of day at all, but that particular one was really smooth, all things considered. But our last challenge of the day is gonna be racing through the asteroids. Ace Bunyan, one of the galaxy's premier space racers, has challenged you to a race through the asteroid field. So thankfully, when it comes to the Feltzin System, there are no skill points we have to worry about. However, this guy does have a platinum bolt attached to him. In order to get that, we have to win this race without missing any of the rings. And that can sound a little foreboding at first, but this race is not that hard to do. Be sure to use your boost to catch up to Ace at the start, and then use short boosts afterwards to maintain your lead while steering carefully through these rings. The steering can be a little sensitive, and I'm not sure there's a way to adjust them at all. So you'll just have to get used to how the sensitivity of the ship is like. Also, I'll get that thing for later. I would have gotten any of the other challenges before, but I want to go through all of those challenges first before I had to worry about that. So be sure to keep your boosts small, but use them frequently so that way Ace will never catch up to you. And get used to the sensitivity of the ship. It might be a little sensitive if you're used to modern day controls, but I don't think it's that bad to utilize. Even back in the day when I played through this, getting through all the rings isn't that bad to do. As a matter of fact, I don't think I started focusing on going through all the rings until I was a little older. You can miss to about up to 15 rings, I think, before the game disqualifies you, but it gives you a lot of breathing room when it comes to getting through them. You don't have to go through them all, but if you do, you get a platinum bolt like I just did. And that's all that we can do in this map. You can replay the challenges, not just for this minigame, but for all the minigames for more cash prizes. But the reward does diminish the more victories you do hold over a specific challenge. So there's not much more that we could do on Feltzin, which means next time, yeah, it's a shorter episode, but I want to devote as much attention as I can to each level without going over my limit. So next time, we're gonna go back to being on foot as we set sail for the Canal City on Planet Notak. Until we meet again, farewell for now. I almost forgot to pick that up. That's a nanotech boost. There are very few of these out in the world, or the galaxy rather, but they can instantly increase your nanotech capacity if you happen to pick one up. I almost forgot to end the episode without picking that up, but thankfully I did remember. So I'll see you guys next time for real now. As I went out in a blaze of glory.